Brianna has had a tricky relationship with her biological father Jamie Fraser, played by Sam Heughan, after discovering later in life Frank Randall, Tobias Menzies, wasn't her dad. Season 3 of Outlander saw Brianna starting to learn the truth after Claire Fraser, Katrina Balfe, discovered Jamie had survived the Battle of Culloden and longed to return to him. Claire was left torn about leaving behind Brianna for Jamie, but her daughter urged her to go back through the stones. Their relationship was further complicated when she did eventually go back to the past and Jamie mistook Roger Mackenzie, Richard Rankin, for Brianna's rapist Stephen Bonnet, Ed Spaliers. However, since then Jamie and Brianna started bonding, with the time-traveling engineer now married to Roger and having her own family. She proved her mettle by confronting and killing her attacker Bonnet and continuing to build her life. Brianna also seemed to take to the past much more easily than Roger, who wasn't as able to hunt compared to his wife, who was gun-savvy thanks to Frank. Reflecting on Brianna and Jamie's changing dynamic, British star Skelton, 28, said, "First and foremost, she understands him a lot more. For one, living in Scotland at this time, I think she too feels an affinity with the land, and so it explains a lot to her. More than words could. She also sees the selfish sacrifice Jamie made for her. Frank too." The Woodford Barnes star went on to say, "She's navigated her teenage years, and a lot of trauma, and now she sees situations from her parents' eyes and through the eyes of a mother. She gets it. I think she always did. She has an old and wise head on her shoulders, really. She just doesn't always reflect that in her knee-jerk reactions. Much like Jamie, to be fair. Fraser blood through and through." She added, "Frank will, of course, always be her father. But there's room for a few figures to look up to in this family. And all for different, and brilliant, reasons." Going into Season 7, Brianna and Jamie's relationship will continue to evolve as they both find themselves facing new perils. Brianna's relationship with Claire continues to remain strong, but again their own dynamic was put through its paces in the most recent outing. Skelton said it was debilitating for Brianna to watch Claire struggling and shutting down as a coping mechanism after her sexual assault at the end of the 5th series. She said how watching Claire going through such an ordeal reignites the exact feelings in Brianna, who was conflicted over what to do to help her mother. Skelton said, "People often say, 'I know how you feel,' and it doesn't always stand, but, when you've been through the same trauma, it's heartbreaking to genuinely know how they feel yet not be able to help. That's a horrifying and helpless feeling. It makes you feel like you're letting them down." Skelton is now busy filming on Season 7 but sadly couldn't share any details. Nonetheless, the forthcoming episodes are expected to be taking their cue from Diana Gabaldon's Outlander novels A Breath of Snow and Ashes and An Echo in the Bone. Skelton has also been busy on other projects, and her new film Stalker recently came out and offers up commentary on the entertainment industry through the lens of a psychological thriller. Portraying an actress who becomes trapped in a lift with a cameraman, Skelton will be locked in a battle of wits as she tries to survive. Filming took place at a remote location in Scotland over an intensive 2 weeks, with Skelton describing Stalker as closer to a play than a movie given the weighty amounts of dialogue. She said of the shoot and working in such a confined space, "It was definitely challenging. Even just from a lack of daylight and a lack of fresh air point of view. That never helps with feeling awake, or keeping concentration and remaining on form when you're shooting something which feels like a play, and the long filming hours we did on top of that. I suppose it lends itself to the story of being stuck in a lift. Trapped, airless and, well, losing it. Stalker is out now on DVD and digital. Outlander Season 6 is out now on DVD.